I am most comfortable creating in my room late at night when I feel safe, letting my feelings overwhelm me. I find that I have to be in a very specific mood to feel like I'm creative. I dump my brain onto the page and quickly fall asleep. I get nervous when I share my creative work because I feel very exposed. When I revisit my work, sometimes the next night, sometimes a week later, I can appreciate it more. As an arts educator, it's important to understand that the creative process works differently for every single different person. Some students will be able to sit down and write with no hesitation. Others might need more time to think and process their feelings. Some students might be excited to share and want to share everything that they've been thinking of. Other students might be feeling more vulnerable and shy. I think that if feedback could come in a small group format or in an anonymous fashion, students would feel more comfortable receiving feedback throughout their creative process as described in the 2009 Ontario Arts Curriculum. And hopefully through that, they will build their confidence as they work towards presenting, performing, and sharing, which is step 7 of the creative process. As explained by the 2014 Jackson article, students must feel safe when they are presenting their creative work. And part of the safety comes from understanding and realizing that there's no correct answer in theater. And once that is a realization that's made, a more inclusive space can be created. Some ways that we can support our students in their creative process is by giving them ample time to create, as well as creating and maintaining a comfortable atmosphere. Rather than having our students sit at their desks in 10 minutes we expect them to write a poem, I would rather let them choose a comfortable spot in the classroom. If possible, maybe take them outside to create. While there may be a time frame for creative work, I would not expect a final product with only one period of work. The creative process, as described in the 2009 Arts Curriculum, has 8 steps. I think that some of these 8 steps may not happen in this chronological order and may not be able to fit all in a specific time frame. So I think it's important to allow for flexibility as our students are creating. In our science class in first year, we read an article by Banchi and Bell, and it talked about guided inquiry for science. They talked about how inquiry has to happen with a gradual release of control to the student. And I think that is also applicable in drama and dance. I know when I was a student, I had a prompt from many of my teachers that said, write a play about this topic, or create a dance with no parameters. That was very nerve-wracking, and I didn't realize at the time that I just needed a few more instructions and I would have been able to create something with a lot less stress. By building and developing arts vocabulary and skills through things like improvisation games and guided dances, students will feel more confident to create more independently. This scaffolding needs to occur throughout the creative process because although children are inherently creative, they need to learn how creativity can look in various situations. It might look different when you're writing a poem or when you're performing readers' theater, and it will look very different when you're creating a dance. So I think that skills development and scaffolding is an important aspect of the creative process for our students.